A very good evening. From stories around the world to stories here at home, this is the National News Broadcast. I'm Vidushni Sadish Kumar.
A very good evening. I am Dishan Veerakone, and we start off by taking a look at your top stories for tonight.
All measures are in place for the GCE Ordinary Level Examination, which commences tomorrow. Vaccinations exceed 440,000 under the COVID-19 vaccination program. The maximum compensation payment to terminate employment of workers at private and semi-government institutions increased to 2.5 million rupees. The United National Party states it could not mete out justice for party members during the time of the Good Governance government. Tom Moody appointed as Director of Sri Lanka Cricket. Protests increase against military rule in Myanmar.
In your local stories this evening, the Department of Examinations says that the GCE O-level examination will commence tomorrow. The examination will be conducted according to the health protective measures. The department said that 40 special centers have been set up for students who will be detected as a corona person during the examination. 4,513 centers have been set up for the GCE O-level examination. 622,000 students are sitting for the examination, which will be held for 9 days. The GCE O-level examination, which was scheduled to be held in December, was postponed for 3 months due to the COVID pandemic. The examinations department said that all examination centers have been disinfected and prepared according to the health protective measures. Minister Professor G.L. Piris visited Kurunagala Maliyadeva Model School today to inspect preparations that have been made for the examination. A group of people, including Commissioner General of Examinations, Sanath Pujitha, were present on the occasion. Minister Professor G.L. Piris said that all plans have been made according to health recommendations. He requested the parents to send the students to the examination without any fear. If a student is infected while sitting for the examination, 40 centers have been established for them, covering the entire island. 50 million rupees has been spent to prepare the additional examination centers. Director of Family Health Bureau Dr. Chitra Mali De Silva said that arrangements have been made enabling all students to sit for the examination. There are reports of several students being infected with the virus. Therefore, steps have been taken to sit for the examination at treatment centers under special supervision in all the districts. Health and educational officials are taking action in this regard. A separate classroom has been prepared at each school for the students who are isolating or under quarantine. Dr. De Silva said that the examination department has established a center that is operating on all 24 hours in this connection. Plans have been made enabling to make any inquiries from that center.
කිසිම දරුවෙකුට හෝ දෙමව්පියෙකුට ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒ ජාතික මධ්‍යස්ථානයේට ඇමතුමක් දීලා තමන්ගේ ගුරු භවතුන් විදුහල්පතිවරුන් සම්බන්ධීකරණය කරලා දැනුවත් කරලා ඒ අවශ්‍ය සැලසුම් කටයුතු කරන්න සියල්ලම සම්පාදනය කරලා තියෙනවා.
Commissioner General of Examinations, Sanath Pujitha, said that 25 students have been infected in some districts of the country. He said that facilities needed by those students have been prepared. After the 15th of March, practical tests of aesthetic subjects are scheduled to begin. Results are expected to be issued within 3 months.
ඉන් අනතුරුව ඒත් එක්කම අපි සමාන්තරවම ආරම්භ කරනවා උත්තර පත්‍රය ගැනීම මේ යටතේ අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා මාස 3ක් ඇතුළත ප්‍රතිඵල නිකුත් කිරීමට.
A special program has been implemented for the health protection of students according to the advice of health authorities. GCE Advanced Level Examination was also held in October successfully amid the pandemic.
In the meantime, the Yathivara Abhiman felicitation ceremony of the Hambantota district was held yesterday at the Hambantota District Secretariat Auditorium. The ceremony was held under the patronage of Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The objective of the felicitation ceremony was to appreciate the services rendered by Buddhist monks to the Shasana Rakshaka Mandale for nearly 4 years. The ceremony has been organized by the District Shasana Rakshaka Mandale and the District Secretariat. The Buddhist monks were felicitated by the Prime Minister and the parliamentarians. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa said that the teachers at Dhamma schools teach students without a salary or other benefits. They work for 5 days and sacrifice the holiday for Dhamma school. Therefore, the Prime Minister pointed out that they should be encouraged. The Prime Minister said that children can be made better through Dhamma schools. A majority in prisons has not attended a Dhamma school. Discipline in the society can be established through the discipline of children attending Dhamma schools. A group of people, including Ministers Chamal Rajapaksa, Namal Rajapaksa, Mahinda Amaravira, State Minister D.V. Chanaka, Parliamentarians Ajit Rajapaksa, Upul Galapati, Southern Province Governor Willie Gamage were present at the ceremony.
මේ අවස්ථාවට චමල් රාජපක්ෂ නාමල් රාජපක්ෂ මහින්ද අමරවීර යන අමාත්‍ය රාජ්‍ය අමාත්‍ය දී විචාරක පාර්ලිමේන්තු මන්ත්‍රීවරුන් වන අජිත් රාජපක්ෂ උපුල් ගලප්පත්ති දකුණු පළාත් ආණ්ඩුකාර විලි ගමගේ යන මහතුරු ඇතුළු පිරිසක් එක්ව සිටියා.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa opened a water park in Nonagama yesterday. It has been built with the funds from the Southern Province Ministry of Environment, Ruhunu Tourism Bureau and Ambalantota Pradesh Sabha. The water park has been built as another step of the Katharagamata Atharamaga project on a concept of Chairman of Ambalantota Pradesh Sabha, MRP Darshana Sanjeeva. The park is consisted The foundation stone was laid today to the Chula Gandhi Chapter Sangha Sabha Council building of Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya by Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa at the Valithara Pushpa Rama Temple. The acting Mahanikaya and chairman of the Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya, Mahanayak of Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya Chula Gandhi Chapter, Most Venerable Ganthune Assajithera handed over the Jnanatilaka Prabha Suwania to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister presented a memento to Most Venerable Ganthune Assajithera. The Sangha Council of Chula Gandhi Chapter of Sri Lanka Amarapura Mahanikaya also presented a memento to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister said that this temple gave residential facilities and food when they were going on the Padayatra. Therefore, this temple cannot be forgotten. The Prime Minister said that he believed a major task will be performed through the headquarters buildings which has been launched. Now, Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa opened a water park in Nonagama yesterday. It has been built with the funds from the Southern Province Ministry of Environment, Ruhunu Tourism Bureau and Ambalantota Pradesh Sabha. The water park has been built as another step of the Katharagamata Atharamaga project on a concept of Chairman of the Ambalantota Pradesh Sabha, MRP Darshana Sanjeeva. The park is consisted of many attractive places including walking paths and children parks. A group of parliamentarians were present on the occasion. Now, the Epidemiology Unit said that the AstraZeneca vaccine has so far been administered to 441,976 persons under the COVID-19 inoculation program. The vaccination program has been carried out for the 31st day today. 35,343 persons were vaccinated yesterday. Vaccinations were given to persons above 60 years at the Pagoda Sri Vidya Vijaya Rama Temple today. About 1,000 have been given the vaccines. 700 persons about 30 years of age have been given vaccines at Burles Gamur Bodhirajapura Grama Niladhari Division today. They were given vaccines at Burles Gamur Medical Officer's Office. Vaccines were given to persons more than 60 years old at Community Hall on Maradana Sobas Road today. A vaccination program has been held at the maternity hall in the area and 1,000 have been vaccinated. Persons above 60 years in Khattudu medical officers area were vaccinated at Deepangoda Sri Vardhana Rama Temple yesterday. 450 persons have been vaccinated yesterday. A program to inoculate individuals above 30 years took place today at Dehiwala STS Jayasingha Hall premises. About 1,100 in the Koval area have been vaccinated. Individuals more than 30 years of age in Gampa, Pahalagama area were vaccinated today at Yatavatta Historic Temple. (2,525) at Vidyavatta West and East Ground Nildai divisions of Minuwangoda were vaccinated today at Vidyavatta Nigrodharama Temple.
ලංගම ඒ වගේම පෞද්ගලික බස්
Meanwhile, Chairman of Gampa District Development Committee MP Sahan Pradeep visited places of vaccinations yesterday. Attention was paid on practical issues faced by the regional health authorities. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga has requested President Gotabaya Rajapaksa to give priority to employees of all factories in the country when giving COVID vaccines. He said that the process to give COVID vaccines should be expedited for them who contributed directly to the production process of the country during the COVID pandemic. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has agreed to the request of the minister to give priority when giving vaccines to those who are in the tourism sector. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga said that plans have been made to give the vaccine soon to the tourism service providers. The number of recoveries from COVID-19 has reached 78,947. It is a percentage of 95.01. Another 3,683 COVID-19 patients are under treatment at various treatment centers. 21,786 have left the hospitals from the beginning of this month after recovering from the virus. Another 574 persons have left hospitals after recovering from the virus today. Another 204 COVID-19 patients were detected in the island today. 12,632 PCR tests have been conducted yesterday. A total of 2,106,912 PCR tests have been conducted so far in the country. Police say that 9 persons were arrested during the 24 hours ended at 6 a.m. today for ignoring health protective measures. 3,256 have been arrested so far in connection with the offence. The National Operations Centre to prevent the spread of COVID-19 says that isolation of Gafur Road, Mohina Road, Sinnathona Road, Telecom Mawtha and First Cross Street of the Kathankudi Health Office area in the Badiklo district will be lifted from 5 a.m. tomorrow.
The Ministry of Labour says that if employment of a person has to be terminated at private and semi-government institutions according to the needs of the organisation, the maximum compensation amount to be paid for such an employee has been increased up to 2.5 million rupees. Minister Nima Siripal De Silva said the relevant Gazette notification was issued on the 25th of this month. According to the compensation formula, the highest compensation payment that had to be paid up to now was 1,250,000 rupees. The compensation amount has been increased up to 2.5 million rupees with the aim of providing maximum benefits to the workers according to the Vistas of Prosperity Manifesto. The compensation amount has been increased after 15 years. Commissioner General of Labour Prabhat Chandra Kirti said the payments are effective from the 19th of this month. Commissioner General of Labour Prabhat Chandra Kirti said that the Labour Minister and the Cabinet have decided that the compensation payment should be increased. Accordingly, the decision was taken at the Labour Advisory Council together with trade unions and employers. Accordingly, after 19th February, if an employer terminates an employee, a compensation to be paid to the individual has been increased up to 2.5 million rupees. All employers should work according to this Gazette. Provisions have been given to impose a sentence of not less than 6 months or more than 2 years for those who do not comply with the requirement.
In more stories here at home, Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Ruwan Wijewardena, says that they could not mete out justice for their party members during the time of the Good Governance government. He mentioned this during a public meeting which was held today at the Walekade area in Polonnaruwa. UMP parliamentarian Nalaka Kolonna has organised this meeting. Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Ruwan Wijewardena, said that not only UMP members in Polonnaruwa but in all parts of Sri Lanka are in pain due to the situation that has arisen. He said that the reason was the wrongs committed to party members during the period of the previous government. The party did not intervene for the problems of the party activists. There was no one at the party headquarters in Silikota. The general election results reflected this situation. Now, an aircraft display has been organized in connection with the 70th anniversary of the Sri Lanka Air Force. It will be held near Golface Green in Colombo on the 3rd, 4th and 5th of March. A rehearsal of the display took place today with the attendance of Air Force Commander Air Marshal Sudarshana Patirana. 24 aircrafts belonging to Sri Lanka Air Force and 14 from India will take part in the display. It will commence on the 3rd of March under the patronage of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The display will be telecasted live over Rupavahini.
Leader, and here you see the reaction that cross over right.
Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa has paid his last respects this afternoon to former Southern Province Minister late UDG Arya Tilaka. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, who visited the residence of late Mr. Arya Tilaka, paid his last respects to him and expressed condolences to the family members. Late Mr. UDG Arya Tilaka served a long time in the public service as a politician in the capacity of chairman of Nagoda Pradesh Sabha, Southern Provincial Council, councillor and a minister. He was also the Southern Province Minister of Agriculture, Agrarian Development, Irrigation, Water Supply and Drainage, Food Supplies and Distribution, Trade and Cooperative Development.
And that's a wrap of tonight's Primetime News, and until we meet again next time, do take care and good night.
Good night.